exciting day inside Ash Foam at the Atlantic Mall, and it's all about Ghana Month special edition as we bring to you intimate review. It's been like almost 2 hours we've been doing this today from here, and our final conversation before we wrap it up today. I've got a man who's been in this space for a minute, like for a long while, before you know on Twitter. So I know all the story from Kumasi, high school into radio, and coming to Accra. And I think when I was in UCC, he came there with some artists back then on campus. But it's a privilege to have him seated here with me. He's a reverend in the music space or in the creative arts space. Rev ERSKINE is our guest this afternoon on the show. Rev, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, everything cool?
Everything cool, and I'm excited.
The sun was out.
I'm just excited that you'll join us here to talk about this. Of course, you really have been in this space, and so you know this. First and foremost, let me begin on the soft side. The national anthem.
Wait, I'm supposed to sing the national anthem?
Yes. Okay.
Wait, is that the one with God Bless Our Homeland, Ghana?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility. Make us, I think, fearless. One of them, fearless. The next word, Charlie. I remember to that point, Charlie. I tried. I swear.
Oh, you try.
No, I try.
You know the singer.
No, I try.
I
have to take my time because, Charlie, these things, when you try to rush.
Yeah, you're going to make a mistake.
And then before you realize, Charlie, the videos did Twitter.
Yeah.
I beg.
From the beginning, it was okay.
I beg.
But before we get into that convo, as from since we got here, you've seen a lot of that, the chairs, the mattresses, the pillows here. So you can just walk into the showroom here, and they are your one-stop shop for all of your home soft furnishing needs. Talking about mattresses, pillows, bed linens, doors, wardrobes, and a whole lot. So visit the showroom in all the malls across the country, and also they are proudly made in Ghana. All products are proudly made in Ghana. So come and enjoy high quality and affordable products from Ash Foam. Yes. Rev, now let's get into the music space.
Business.
Yes, business. Are we making our music a business thing? We're not.
No. I don't say this based on personal feelings, but then it's just really observation. We've seen different music economies. I've seen the music economy in Nigeria. I've seen what is being done in the US, what is being done in South Africa. Okay. When I say we're not doing it like a business is supposed to run, right? Because we're obviously not seeing the returns. People doing their system like it's business are seeing.
Okay.
People we have in here as a nation, and so clearly we're not doing what they are doing. I can't describe what we have here as what is out there. Theirs is a business because business has inputs and you see output, you see returns. Yeah. I don't see none of that.
But what's the problem really? Is it about, I've mentioned people say, oh, we are not authentic enough, we're doing plastic music, our artists are not good enough. All of these things that people say, from your quarters, what is it?
Personally, per my experience, I don't think it's a one source problem. Okay. It stems from the foundation we had as a music economy. I use that word again because what we came to meet had its own way. Okay. Back then, in the days where CDs and cassettes were sold, there were channels through which artists were making money. The ways through which artists would record. These are things we inherited from our forefathers. Okay. We also held it and then took it on another level. I would say this, you can't really pinpoint one thing, but then basically from the beginning, we had a lot of things wrong, things we could have built on, we didn't build on, things we could have corrected, we didn't correct. Music distribution, one, collaborations, the kind of songs we make, having a music identity, setting up the right structures to be able to cushion the industry while it grows. We didn't do all that. So now we're at a point where there's a lot of awareness on how music is being done around the world, how the various music businesses are being done in the various economies around the world. Okay. So Ghanaians are waking up to the fact that, okay, this is how it's supposed to be done. But then the thing is, if you come back to your system and you try to apply certain things, it doesn't work because from the onset we got it wrong. So I can't really pinpoint one thing. I can't say it's a sound. We can break those things down bit by bit, but in general, I would attribute where we are to the kind of upbringing we had in music. When I say upbringing in music, I mean how we saw things and how we took over and how we were running things, because people have run things for a while. At least I've been in the business for close to 12 years, right? How we've been running things, my time, will all attribute to the reason why we're here musically, where we are, where you see why you're asking these questions, basically.
Yeah, and looking at that, when Kecha was here earlier, we talked about structure and music identity. If you want to sell something to someone, the person should be able to acknowledge that this is different, and so I would want to have this. Our identity as an industry, what is the problem? Why can we not have?
You see, we are proud of what we have. One, and this thing applies to politics. It applies to consumption. It applies to the kind of businesses people do, and even our entertainment industry. When politicians come to power, right? Yeah. The party that assumes power decides, or whatever it is that the previous government was doing, whether good or bad, I'm scraping it all off. I want to start something. Even if it resonates with what was being done, even if they can't continue the project, they would want to clear it off. Now, the thing with our identity as a people, we say everybody wants to create something on their own. And so ever since I have known music here in Ghana, Charlie, we've seen, songs that I used to hear were High Life and Bogger High Life and the rest, right? I would naturally expect it to develop. And so along the line, there was Hip Life and the rest. People are not really ready to stick to the original sound and build on it. Some have been creative enough to bring up genres that have made waves around the world, as Zontos, for instance. But then how do we sustain that? Did we even hold it? We spoke against it. We felt it wasn't something right. But then we're here when people bring Kom and a piano from other parts of the world, and then we hold it. No, we don't even just jump to it. We hold it, and then we leave our identity on the side. Yes, exactly. And we're trying to develop something. And then we use that same spirit we use to water down ideas, to bring that down. And so we're almost like the neighbor that decides to do every business that runs. And so the neighbor has a store in front of the house. And then when mangoes are in season, he decides, I'm going to sell mango. When pineapples are in season, okay, I'm going to sell pineapple. And then they keep forgetting. And so they will sell pineapple and be known for a while in the area. Just before they are known as the people selling pineapple, mango will come. They hear mango is big, and so they will jump to mango as well. So we are not really sticking. We're not being original. That's the right word.
Okay. So we're wrapping up on the convo. It's so soon. But for young musicians coming in, for the oldies, they must have been through a system trying to, get into a new space. But for the young ones coming, they can develop with it. What should be their mindset as they get into the music space?
They should first and foremost be original. Try to find their sound. If it's high life you think you can ride with, stick to that. If it's rap you're going to do, stick to that. Pretty much. Okay. If you stay longer in the business you're doing, you're most likely going to succeed. But if you stick doing one thing, staying around for long, you succeed in that. You'll be known for that. If you keep switching, by the time you get that attention, all the work you put in before will not be seen. And then don't stop learning. Don't stop reading. Look at how the Nigerians are doing it. Look at how the South Africans are doing. Don't be shy to say, okay, we're bigger than them or they're bigger than us. Learn the very basic things you can learn in making your music better, and the world will have it.
Okay. This is where we would have to wrap it up. But 30 seconds on Play Ghana. We are in the month of March. We need to talk about that.
Play Ghana. Play Ghana. Yeah, Play Ghana.
It go work.
You see?
It go work.
If I work.
If I work.
If I work, but Charlie, for do I'm well.
Okay.
Let's acknowledge people who have been playing Ghana since. Let's acknowledge the music industry. Let's acknowledge the key players, the DJs, man. Big up the DJs, because nobody else is playing Ghana music than Ghana DJs. When you go outside Ghana, South Africa, Nigeria, they don't play Ghana music. The only people doing their shows and promoting Ghana music are the Ghana DJs. And so let's hold them, let's respect them, and then they will play Ghana for us. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much, REV ERSKINE, for coming through. And so